Hello everyone, VJ32 back again for another How to Play. Today we're going to how to play Skip-Bo Mod, which is a modified version of classic Skip-Bo within this spiffy case. And it came out several years ago, I do believe. There's also other versions of these games like Uno Mod, which I'll be looking at, Othello, Apples to Apples, Phase 10, and of course the Skip-Bo. Now the cards, you can see they're almost squared cards, or small cards, just to be able to fit in this container. And that's because there's also a die. And the die has numbers 1 through 4 on one side, 9 through 12 on another. Different things on different sides. This is Skip-Bo, it's a wild, and this is 5 through 8. I'll explain what that all means. It is classic Skip-Bo, you get all the same cards. It's 112 cards with cards numbered 1 through 12. And the Skip-Bo wild cards. And of course, the lower cards, 1 through 4 are in blue, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are in red, and 9, 10, 11, 12 are in yellow, just to help distinguish. Each player gets a stockpile of 15 cards, which I've already dealt. And it's a stockpile game, if you will, where you're trying to get rid of these cards by playing them into a row of cards. I'll put this here, I'll put this here. We'll just do 2 players to make it simple. So you're going to have discard piles and building piles. Each player is going to have up to 4 discard piles, and there's going to be up to 4 building piles in the center, which have to start with a 1 or a Skip-Bo, and then you play cards on them in numerical order. So each player is going to flip over the top card of their stockpile, 4 and a 1. And you start off by drawing 5 cards, which is pretty good for me. So I have a 1. You're going to want to play the cards from your stockpile first. So I'm going to play the 1. Ooh. I'll make that a 1. Then I can play a 2 and a 3. Now the other thing you're going to do is you're going to roll this die first. This lets me use any card in this number. So I can play this as any numbered 1 through 4. So I'm going to play 4. And I'm going to make this a 5 and a 6. And then I'm going to play my last card into a discard pile, my own personal discard pile, and end my turn. If I manage to play all 5 cards from my hand, I get to draw 5 more cards and continue playing until I can no longer play. In this case, I can no longer play, so I'm going to play this into a discard pile and end my turn. Now it's my opponent's turn. They're going to roll the die, and they get this 2, and I'll explain what that is momentarily. They're going to draw their 5 cards, and what that means, that -2, means that this player can now discard up to 2 cards on their turn, in addition to the card they have to discard at the end of the turn. And you can do that at the same time or separately. So they have a 4, they can't play that. They're going to play this as, let's just say they play this, they're going to play a 7. Let's just say they play this as a 1. And then maybe they're going to make a couple of discards. And then they have their other discards. So now they're out of cards and their turn ends. That's what this means. It means you can discard 2 cards, up to 2 cards, at the same time or individually. This one is a draw card. What if you land on this side? That means your opponent has to draw a card, and you get to choose your opponent and to draw from the top of the draw pile and add it to their hand. So we'll go back to me though. I'm going to roll the die. I get a Skip-Bo. I'm going to draw up my 5 cards here. What this means is I can use this as any card. So this allows me to play any card between 1 and 4 that I do not have. This, any card 5 through 8. This, any one 9 through 12. And this is any card at all. This is the wild card. So I got an 8, a 9, a 10, 11, and a 12. Once you get to 12, this gets discarded. And I'm going to flip this over. And unfortunately, I don't have any use for the skip bow. I'm just going to make a discard and end my turn. Any cards you have left over, you just hold in your hand. This guy's going to draw up to 5 cards because he discarded all his cards, for better or for worse. And he's going to roll the die, and he gets to discard 2 cards again if he wants. I don't think you have to, but you can. But they might as well. They're going to discard this one here, and they might as well discard this one. They're going to play this as a, just say a 2, and they'll make another discard and end your turn. Unfortunately, they can't play that 4. So it comes back to me. I'm going to draw up to 5. I had 1, so I get 4 cards. I'm going to roll the die. And I get a skip bow again. Yay, fantastic. I will play these 2 ones on this pile, perhaps. Well, maybe I don't want to play both at the same time. Actually, in this case, it doesn't matter. Because the reason why you wouldn't want to do that is if I play this and this next one's a 1, now I have no place to put it. But in this case, I don't think I'm going to be playing that 11. So I'll do that. I'm going to use this as a free, and I'm going to play a 4. And then I'm going to discard a 10, and then my turn. This guy, again, rolls. He gets to draw 1, so he's going to force me to draw a card. He's going to draw his 4 cards first. You see. Now I have to draw an extra card, which is fine. And they're going to play a 2, 3, 4. You always want to get rid of these cards first. They're going to make this a 2, a 3. You know I had a 3 here, a 2, and a 3. And they have to end the turn. And actually, technically, they don't end the turn because they played out all the cards in their hand. Actually, I have this one as well. I forgot about this one. I guess I forgot about this one, but they're going to just discard this one and end the turn. I guess they played all the other cards. So that comes to me. I'm going to draw back up to 5. And I get to play any card between 9 and 12 if I want to, if I can. 5, 6, 4, 7. Make that a 7, and a 4. So I played all my cards, so I get to draw 5 more. I'm at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 5, let's say 6, and I end my turn. So you keep doing this back and forth until somebody has exhausted their stockpile. Once you've exhausted your stockpile, you win the round. And yeah, that is it. It's basically classic skip roll with this die that lets you either discard more cards, force your opponent to draw extra cards, or play any card between a certain number, or wild card. Let's let you play any card. So I can make this a 12 and get rid of this so that I could play this 1 if I wanted to, if I had that skip roll. So that is that. Pretty cool concept, I think. And it's just classic skip roll. Now it doesn't say anything about scoring. But you can if you want to. It doesn't say anything. Actually, wait, it does say scoring on the back side. It must. Now, you can play partnerships as well if you're playing with 4 players. If you're playing in partnerships, you can play from both your pile, your discard pile, and your opponent's your partner's discard pile, I should say. That's your opponent's. So if you're playing with 4 players in partnership, you have access to your discard and your partner's discard and also their stock cards. But your partner has to keep quiet. They cannot talk. Because I asked them to play. Now, if you draw and play out of turn and somebody knows there's an error, then you get penalized. If you also want to play a shorter game, you could use just 10 cards as a stockpile instead of 15. And you can keep the score if you want, 5 points for each card in your opponent's stockpile, plus 25 points for winning a game. Whoever gets 500 points first wins. You don't have to keep the score if you don't want to. There's one more thing I noticed, and that is, I should mention, if, let's go back to, let's say this 1 to 4. No, let's go 5 through 8. If I get 5 through 8, let's say I have these cards in my hand, and I want to make this, well, let's say I don't have this 5. Let's say I want to make this a 5. I must have the next card in order to make this a 5. If I don't have a 6, I cannot make this a 5. So I can make this a 5 and then play a 6. But I cannot make that a 5 if I don't have a card to play next. If I could also play Skip-Bo. I just wanted to mention that. So that is Skip-Bo mod. I'm getting confused. Pretty cool game, in my opinion. Comment, like, subscribe, let me know what you think. We'll see you next time for more. Thanks for watching.